I talk to hundreds of agency owners every single day, and most of them are really good at what they do. They just lack some business skills that are key in really getting them from being just a one-man band or working in their business all the time to a true CEO. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you exactly how you can start to look at your business like a business from a financial perspective. And once we nail this, what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to set goals for our agency, we'll be able to hit them, and most importantly, we'll be able to make sure that we are doing it at a profitable level. In this video, what I really want to break down is I want to break down how you can start to look at your business like a business from a financial perspective and how we can come on the other side of this with clear direction on what we actually need to implement from this. And if we can nail this, we will be able to have a sense of relief for our business, and we should have a really clear roadmap of where we're going. So basically, the elements in the financial forecast are going to be the sales, the cost of goods, your expenses, and that will give you your net income. We want to create sales up top, and we want to map out your year in sales. So if I'm watching this, I'll probably just do like the last 3 months. You're able to have a calculation which calculates all of the sales from the last 3 months. So we're just going to assume that we're just going to do it from the last 3 months. Then what I would do is I would plug in your team, not you as an owner, just like the team who's helping you out with fulfillment, and that's called cost of goods sold. And our cost of goods sold is usually team. I would plug in all of your team members there, and that will start to determine your cost of goods sold. So I'm just going to put like random numbers. Let's just say we have 3 team members, pay them $1,000. $3,000 is your cost of goods sold. This will give you your gross profit, and gross profit is essentially just your sales minus your cost of goods sold, and then that will give you a number. And 75-80% is a very healthy number, but this is just completely an example. What I want you guys to do is I want you to pull up all your bank statements, everything that you're spending money on, and start categorizing them by like software, fees, operational expenses, like marketing, education, any meals, like what are you spending your money on, and plug in every single thing that you're spending money on into a spreadsheet like this. Once you're done with that, what that will do is then we can subtract the expenses from the gross profit, and that would give us our net income. And then our net income, in this case, as an example, is 61%. Then down below, you can put your salary, and then you can kind of set some money aside for taxes. Then what we want to do is we want to start making some informed decisions for the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We do this annually, and we check on it every single month because it is so important. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to understand our costs as a business. We also need to understand the capacity of the team to get really clear on our offer and the billable hours that are associated with our offer. I'm going to jam through this really quickly, but what we just need to figure out and we need to begin to do is productize our offer, and we need to start assigning billable hours per role for each offer, and we figure out how much we're paying each person if we do in fact have a team. So in this case, like our offer is we're going to do media buying, and we're going to post on their social media. So this is basically like your flagship offer. So let's just say strategy, editing videos, running ads, posting on clients' page. This would be a strategist. This would be editor. This would be media buyer. This would be social media manager. When you say, I pay my strategist $50 an hour. I pay my editor $15 an hour. I pay my media buyer $50 an hour. And I pay my social media manager $25 an hour. And every single month, it takes the strategist in order to fulfill this. Let's just call it 3 hours. The editor, let's just say it takes him 8 hours. And then the running ads, let's just say it takes 2 hours. Let's just do 10 hours just for even numbers. And then posting on client's page, let's just say this takes 4 hours. We can see how many hours per client, which will give me the capacity of the client. So if I go down here, pull this down into the capacity, now I can see that based off of this offer, each role is at 1% capacity, 6% capacity, 1.2% capacity. And I can see that the strategists, they can handle 52 clients. The editor can handle 50 clients. The media buyer can handle 79 clients. So that's based off of 160 billable hours a month. I'm basically going to take the same thing here. I'm just going to copy this into our offer. You can totally change the price. Like this is basically just priced off of a multiple of 3, but like we could do a multiple of 4, let's call it. And then now this is $2,000. Now what we can see is after we put all of our clients inside of here, we can see that the strategist has a lot of billable hours. So does the editor. They can handle 12 more clients. The media buyer can handle 76 more clients. I'm going to make informed decisions based off of this. I'm going to say, cool, I'm probably not going to hire a media buyer full time. I'm probably not going to hire a strategist full time. That's probably going to be you at the end of the day. As we get more clients, we can see, do we need to add more team members? All that sort of stuff, which allows us to make informed decisions inside of our business. Because what this is doing is basically this is pulling hours worked from the offer. So So I would do this for every single client that your clients are managing. I would figure out, okay, how many hours is each team member managing? And now you can say, how much am I gonna pay the team member for every single client that I get? And now I can begin to add that to my forecast. Those are the first two steps that you need to do. You need to fill out your current financial situation. You need to create a sheet like this, and you need to plug in your current offer, all of the clients that are on your offer, and the team that is helping fulfill it. And you need to understand how many billable hours each team member is actually working on. And that will give you a lot of data from a capacity perspective. Let's go ahead. Let's actually just add more to like the media buyer. Let's just add 10 hours to each one just to make it smooth and easy. Cool. Let's just say that it's $4,200, 10 hours per person, and then you pay them this much every single time you get a new client per client. And now we can see if they have 1, 2, 3, 4 clients, then they're working a total of 40 hours, which means their capacity is 12. We want to go back to our financial forecast. We're going to plug in our team members. So let's just say strategist, what do we have? Editor, media buyer, and social media manager. Let's just do 4 clients on the $4,200 a month plan. 4,200 times 4, that equals $16,800 in revenue. And then if I look at how much I'm paying for each person, so for strategist, I'm doing 500 times 4. So that's going to be $1,000 towards a strategist. For editor, I'm doing 150 times 4. So that would be $600. For media buyer, 1,000, because I think I put 50. And then social media manager would be, this is actually 2,000. And then 1,000. Now, after we punch in all our expenses, we can see 66.67% margin from a gross profit perspective, which is consistent with what we have right here. Now we can say next month, I'm going to have a total of 6 clients, and we're not going to lose any clients. So what we just need to do is we need to say, I'm going to add 1,000 here. And then for the billable hours for here, I'm going to add 300 to here. And then next month, I'm going to gain 2 clients, but I'm also going to lose 2 clients. So I'm going to make it just a net 6 clients total, and it keeps everything the same. Now you can begin to say, cool, we have 6 clients right here. I know that they have capacity to do 12 clients. So maybe like I'm going to do 7 net clients. Cool, I'm going to do 9 net clients. I'm going to do 12 net clients. I'm going to do 15 net clients. I'm going to scale. I'm going to do 15 net clients again. Then I'm going to do 18 net clients. And then I'm going to do 22 net clients. Another 22, then 23. Maybe that's the goal. So we could do like a equal sum, our flagship offer of $4,200, or you could manually input it. And then you could basically just drag this over based off of the net clients that you should expect to receive and expect to have. And then now all we have to do is we can kind of plug in our cost of goods sold for each thing. This would be 3,500. This would be an additional 4,500. This would be 6,000. Then this would be 7,500. 7,500. So after we get all of these numbers plugged in, now we have some really freaking awesome data to say, cool, we know that our team's can be extremely overwhelmed in August, and I need to forecast to hire some people because I know that if I can gain clients, it takes me 6 months to get a full capacity. Like, how the heck am I going to start to manage this when everybody's at capacity because we have 15 clients and people are going to start to feel super overworked and super busy all of the time? So now what we can do is we can then add another section of rows below. I could say, in this case, I need to find a part-time person to manage 3 clients. I need to find a part-time strategist to manage 3 clients. I need to start to think about onboarding someone. Like, there's always gonna be that weird like overlap where it's like you don't need somebody full-time, but you kind of need to bring them on full-time for that specific role. So in this case, like, we need to really plan for hiring somebody, and we need to plan to make an investment to hire somebody. Like in this case, maybe you have them at like a $6,000 full-time salary and not necessarily paying per client, but that's just like an easy way to do it. Now I'm going to say, cool, I need to potentially hire somebody at $6,000 a month in August to be able to withstand this. And then cool, I need to hire somebody at $1,800 a month as an editor in order to withstand this. Oh shoot, I need to hire somebody like another media buyer at $6,000 a month to withstand this. Dang, I need to hire another social media manager to be able to withstand this. In addition, I have the expenses of the other full-time employees. that I brought on. So now we're kind of at that weird point where it's like, okay, I need to bring on a full-time person for this role, or maybe you could probably get away with hiring like a per project on this one. So you could probably get away with like doing more like a per project on this, just to kind of like fill the void on here, so that you can just forecast that basically on how many more clients that they would get. Same thing with media buyer. Maybe you could find just like a part-time person for like $1,000. Same thing with social media management. Like, not sure that you need a full-time person off the jump, but in this case, we're probably gonna need a full-time strategist for this specific role that we need to forecast for. So now what we're adding into our expenses is more team members, and we're looking into the future based off of how many clients that we want to get. And then we can see a dip in our margin as we start to make these transitions, but it picks back up as you get more business and you add more to the plate. So I know this could be like a little bit over your head perhaps, or maybe a little bit confusing. This is super important stuff as you are growing and scaling your agency, because numbers don't lie. Hopefully this was not too over your head, but this is what I would do if someone came to me and they're like, hey, I really want to scale a profitable agency and like set goals for myself and like want to make sure I'm profitable. And I would do something like this, then forecast what it looks like for your team, how much money you're going to spend on a team, what does a full-time position look like, and all that sort of stuff. So again, guys, hopefully you found this valuable. If you did find it valuable, give me a thumbs up and I'll create more technical style videos like this. And good luck on this venture. This will be extremely valuable once you can actually dial this in for your business.